Hi, welcome back to the channel. I spent about $3 million to gain 50 hazard points and so as to beat the hazard sooner, and of course from that final SBC we got 20 points. In this video I'll show you how I get there, because we gotta really struggle through to get those 81 OVR German players. Alright, so if you just started on your hazard journey, please do not worry, because everybody will have to go through this very long journey to gain those hazard points. If you just go by the daily matches, or you call it the skill games, you'll get 5 hazard points on a daily basis. And even at the final hazard collection, you need 200 of those points, so you can calculate how many days you require if you just collect 5 points a day. Just assuming 10 days is 50, so basically you need 40 days just to collect the last bubble to get hazard. Of course, if you want to get your journey shorter, then you should play those matches that is allowed in this hazard. So besides the 5 points on a daily basis, if you play those there are 2 sets of matches. One of the simpler ones would give you 50 points as well, including the SBC. As you can see here, we have earned 5 points. So these final ones will give you 15, and the final SBC will give you 20. But again, you gotta take note, although the requirements for the OVR Germany players is low. I mean, when they play the first one, they only require 2 Germany players and OVR of 74, and then subsequently higher, I think 77, and eventually they need 81. So you gotta plan properly what you want to achieve. Imagine if you just want to get additional 5 more points, you just need to spend a little bit money to get that 274 OVR Germany players. And you say that, oh, I want to go all the way, then I will urge you not to buy 274 OVR players, but rather at the start to go for the 81 OVR players, because that is the final goal that you need, which is 11 OVR 81 Germany players. Okay, so you gotta plan properly, otherwise you'll be wasting funds along the way. As you can see here, there's a player 85 CM Castro, but Castro is really cheap in the market, probably because everybody got him and sell in the market. So I also got him from the market, and after the winning that match, I get him again, so I got to sell him away to get another player. SBC wouldn't allow 2 similar players in it, okay, so just bear in mind that. But you need him because he's 85 CM, so it's good for your final battle before the SBC. As you can see, what I'm trying to show you is that his price is really reasonable. You can buy him, and of course there are other players you look out for. Normally what I do is that I try to set those buying prices at a cap of assuming 300,000. You'll realize that you may not have many choices. So there's another way, which is to set it as instead of buy now you need a lot more money in order to get. If you go for bidding, you'll so-called save some money, but of course there's a risk that you'll be outbid, so you can constantly monitor the market. So that's one choice, but you got to measure. For me, I have an option which is an alternative to it, which is to look for 80 OVR players. So if I got the options, because I have a lot of those training packs, and then I upgrade them with the training packs. So what I mean is that if at times, especially now, the Germany players 81 OVR is so expensive, it's close to 350 to 400,000 each player, so it's a bit ridiculous. Whereas the 80 OVR players is selling less than 200,000. So even if you add on that amount of 70 odd thousand to upgrade to 81, you are spending below 300,000 for the player for 81. So it's definitely, you can save near to 100,000 if you buy direct 81 OVR. So this is what I mean. Do buy a 80 OVR, upgrade yourself, but please check you have the enough of XP packs, those training packs, okay? Otherwise you're buying an 80 OVR, you cannot train because you don't have those training packs. It will be a double loss because you can't do anything with the player. So just bear in mind that. For me, I already mentioned I have a lot of training packs, so I'll buy 80 and then upgrade it. And of course, some of you will say that why go for the SBC? I mean, that SBC wouldn't really worth it. But for me, it's not about the upgrade materials, but rather the SBC will allow me to have 20 points of those hazard. 20 points is equivalent to 4 days effort, so-called 4 days waiting time, or 5 points each. So that's the reason why I go for the SBC. And now we are going for this final battle before the SBC. And you need 1181 OVR players. Of course, if you do bear in mind, if you have 80 OVR players, you're gonna save about easily, I would say, 1.1 million to probably $1.5 million. Okay, because if you buy it at 400,000 or 350,000, but you can settle it with less than probably 270 or odd thousand, you're saving near to 100,000 per player, and 11 players will save you roughly 1.1 to 1.5 million dollars. Okay, so that's something you can bear in mind. And of course, in buying those players, you got to constantly check the market for the prices that best suits you. Always go for a few things to check. Check the buy now price, set a lower benchmark of a price, and of course check it out from the bidding price as well. Sometimes who knows, you may get good deals, especially those people trying to sell it for a long time and nobody bids it, and only in the last few minutes it's still not bidding, and you can just bid it and win for a very good amount of cash to spend and get a good player. So just take note of that. Okay, if all things fails, then buy 80 OVR player, but do the same thing for 80 OVR player. Do both things as well, buy now as well as placing on those bid. You will save money as well. Okay, as long as you go for good hunting, spend some effort in hunting for your best, most value for money kind of player. And if you do buy 80 OVR player and upgrade to 81 just for this match, I would urge you not to resell them in the market, because once you resell them in the market, you are not selling as 81 but rather back to this base of 80. And bear in mind, you already spent that 70 over 1000 plus those XP pack to go and upgrade him. Must as well put them to good use, put them into SBC, and then get that additional 20 hazard points. Okay, so there are a few matches you can play. Initial few matches are all 5 hazard points. This last match will give you 15, so you have 4 matches in total, 5 plus 15, that will give you 30. And then the SBC will give you additional 20, that will give you a total of 50 SBC points, and be prepared to spend about $3 million to get all the 11 players. Okay, alright, so that's the completion of that, and we got Castro, and of course that 15 hazard points. And here what I'm trying to show you is that we can have 2 Castro, but the system doesn't accept it. So what I'm going to do is that we're going to first list out your players. The good thing about the SBC is that that doesn't require the exact positions. Okay, so you need not buy the exact positions for 81 OVR. You can buy any positions that you like, the cheapest one of course, and then this positions is not required as long as you got 81 OVR Germany players and 11 of them SBC is completed. Okay, so after you finishing that last match, please go and delete away that lineup so you can free up all the 11 players that you can put for your SBC. Because Gomez is also a Germany player, I only bought 10, and of course we are winning that last match. I got Castro. Castro will build itself for a couple 100,000. That would allow me to buy another Germany player, probably at 80 OVR, less than 200,000, and I upgrade him for another 70,000, so probably 250 around that region, 250,000. That would close the deal. Currently I only left with 69,000, so if I sell Castro for 200 odd thousand, that will suffice. So if you have 200 over 1000, you won't be able to get an 81 OVR player unless you do it my way, which is to buy an 80 and then upgrade on your own. That's provided you got XP pack. Okay, I just remind you again. You can see the prices a bit crazy for 81 OVR. So I just got to bear in mind to find out the best price. So be it buy or sell, you're going to find out the best price that you can get, and then you're going to check the prices so you can sell it fast and sell it right. Don't rely on the system. The system is always very poor in terms of pricing. So do your own pricing research before you price in. Alright, so in order to sell it really fast, I'm selling it really cheap, 270. I promise you it's sold really fast. Okay, so now I'm going to show you in 250 you can't get anything. Okay, 350 probably yes, but it's all cash flow. And of course you got trapped. This is the player that you can get, and then you can put it into your SBC team. Okay, so in this juncture here, I already got 300,000 because I already sold Castro, and together with my 60 or 70,000 initially, I got 300,000. There's two options. One, I spend over 300,000 to buy 81 OVR player, or two, I buy 80 OVR player and upgrade it myself. Unless there's a good price of 81 OVR player, then I just buy straight from the market. You can see here, there's a few like Horn is a good price, but from buy now you can't find. So you buy for placing, you'll see options, a different list of options, so you know which is the better price one. Either you're doing that, or you can actually search by name if you prefer. So that's another option to do so. Volan is cheap, but if you want to buy Volan, there's another version of Volan. Besides 80, there's an 88 OVR Volan, but slightly more expensive. If you're not confident in winning the last match, then you better buy the 88 OVR Volan. But if you're confident in doing that match because you're a skilled player, then you just buy an 80 OVR Volan. That'll be so much cheaper, and then you upgrade your own. Alright, so I've already decided to look for a good 81 OVR player, because I know there are a few good ones that are actually quite cheap within 300,000. So I've calculated I would get straight away from the market, but I just want to do one more check to make sure I don't buy duplicate players, because duplicate players you can't put in the SBC. Okay, just gonna take note of that. Cheap is good, but you're gonna make sure that it's not a player that you already have. So you're gonna check out your own. So I will confirm Horn is not, so I just buy Horn. Okay, so that's the end of it. So I buy straight from the market. Unless you've got good 81 OVR and above players, get it from the market, so you need not waste your training pack. And because end of the day you've measured your 80 OVR plus 70 over 1000 for upgrade is equals to what you can buy straight from the market, sometimes even lesser, then buy the higher OVR player 81 and above. Alright, so that's what I'm trying to show you. At the end of it, you get 20 of those hazard points, and I'm now so much nearer to Hazel, so I'm really hoping for his arrival soon. So what's happening here is with that additional 20 points, I'm still short of 50 points, which means I will meet Hazel in about 10 days from now. Alright, thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe. Goodbye.